Hi guys. I'm excited to be going live with you this morning. I'll kind of wait till a couple people start hopping on, but yeah, I'm just excited to sit and chat about goals and vision and belief and what that means for finishing at 2016 and what that can mean for 2017. So grab your coffee, your tea, and let's hang. Okay, I've got my coffee right here. I'll wait for a couple people to start hopping on. I didn't really announce I was going to be here live this early this morning, but this time works for me, so I figured let's go. Let's do this. There's no better way to start a Monday morning, I think, than with a little goal setting. So I have some notes. You might want a notebook if you want to jot down any goals or things you want to work on, but that's what we're going to talk about. Can you guys hear me okay? Yes? No? Thumbs up. Okay, so if you guys are on and obviously not driving, I have a couple of questions for you, and you can either think of the answer in your head or you can answer below. But I always kind of wonder about this. Are you more afraid to fail, or are you more afraid of succeeding? If you want to answer below. Are you more afraid to fail, or are you more afraid to succeed? Just kind of curious. It's an interesting question to think about, right? But sometimes I think a lot of people are really afraid to succeed, and what that looks like and what it takes to maintain that, or the perception to maintain that. So failure or success, what are you more afraid of? I just think it's interesting, right? It really is if you think about it. Okay, so after you've either answered that here with us or answered that, on your piece of paper, do setting big goals scare you? Yes or no? Which is more scary? Big goals? I think a lot of people are afraid to set big goals. So what if you don't hit them and then it's a failure? That's, I think, the majority of people. So does setting big goals scare you? Okay, and then my third question is, have you ever set a big goal and then missed it? Me, I have. I'm sure most of you guys have too, right? We've all set some sort of goal, be it when we were a little kid, in high school or college, getting our first job, as a Beachbody coach, as a mom, as a wife. We've all set a big goal, big scary goal, and missed it. And that's kind of life. So that's what we're gonna talk about today, and I'm gonna kind of help break it down for you guys. So if you don't know me, I don't know if I even said my name when I got on. My name is Leslie Kortes. I have been a coach now for almost 6 years. That is crazy. It will be 6 years in February. So I actually started as a coach for a couple of reasons. One reason was because I had started Chalene Extreme, and I was talking about my results a little bit on Facebook, very vague type posts yay, I've lost 6 pounds so far. Amazing posts like that, and people were like, what are you doing? And I thought, maybe I could help all those people. So I signed up to become a coach, And it was really kind of funny because I had 3 goals when I started as a coach. And I mean, I don't even know that I identified them as goals like back in the day. But today, looking back, it was like those were my 3 goals. So my 3 goals when I started were 1, to make $100 a week. Okay, that was goal number 1. Make $100 a week, because I knew this was a business opportunity. I was gonna do this. I was going to reap a reward out of this beyond getting healthy and fit, which I was already working on as a customer. So I wanted to help improve my family's life. $100 a week. That was $400 a month. That was going to change my life. And then my second goal was to help other mamas like me feel empowered, just like feel amazing again. And then my third goal was to get a discount, because I like deals. That was it. Those were my 3 goals when I started in this business. And here's the thing. I ran after those goals. I had fun chasing those goals and fulfilling those goals. But what would have happened if I had initially reached that make $100 a week goal and just stopped setting goals? My business probably would have not grown. I probably would have, I don't know if I would have reached for diamond. I don't know if I would have gone for star diamond or superstar diamond or, everything in between, right? I continually was setting new goals. So I took those goals and I ran with those goals. And when I kind of, I literally had paychecks that went something like this: $70, $26, $60, $40, $120, $70, right? They just kept kind of bouncing like this for a while. But slowly and surely, I started to be able to not only make a difference in my family's life, but in the lives of others. And I found my income to be a direct relation to the number of people that I was helping. Let's see, it took me 5 months to hit Emerald. That was my first big business goal. And I basically failed and failed and failed at hitting Emerald. In fact, I even signed my husband up 1 month so sure that I was going to sign my second coach that month. In fact, I was so positive I was going to hit Emerald. I had picked out these fake emerald earrings that I was going to buy myself as a reward for hitting Emerald. I did not hit Emerald. I was setting all these little small goals in increments for myself, all these things, right? To get myself to continue to plow forward in this business, and it wasn't happening. And that's the thing though, I never lost hope. Because Emerald was just one goal, right? Emerald was just one goal. I had income goals. I had helping other women goals. I had helping other family goals. So the fact that I was not hitting this Emerald rank goal, sure, it pissed me off, but it was not gonna let me stop. I think that's the biggest thing is you can't just have one goal in this business, in life, with your family, for retirement or anything, right? You have to diversify those goals. You have to always be aiming at more than one thing. So I did finally become an Emerald coach. Yes, 5 whole months later, I signed a friend that was kind of already on her health and fitness journey. And she was my second coach along with my husband. She is no longer a coach, although still a friend. And kind of just proof that you have to keep going. So once I signed one coach, I was like, okay, well, that wasn't so freaking super scary. So I was like, okay, I'm going to cite some more coaches because this is fun. Like, I like talking to them about the business and helping them with fitness. And now, like, I have a group of coaches. We could run a challenge group together, do things together. Like, I was excited about having a team. And so initially, right, I hit Emerald. Okay, done. Gonna be Diamond. It was like the next process. And it was like, Ruby, who's Ruby? No one's Ruby. You know, I want to be Diamond. And so that was my next big goal in the business. And so, let's see, from the time I hit Emerald, it was like another 12 months or so before I hit Diamond. In fact, when I hit Diamond, I probably had like 24 coaches on my team because I couldn't get people to go Emerald. And my husband was not one of my first Emeralds because I was greedy. I would not give him any coaches and help him become an Emerald coach because what if that was a rock star? Like, I wasn't going to give him my rock stars. I don't know that thinking is totally on point. Because my husband is now, you know, one of the leaders on my team. But at the time, no, they're all mine. I did all the work. I am keeping them. So I had built this team and I was helping them. And I just, you know, a lot of times I felt like I was spinning my wheels, but Diamond was the goal. Helping my coaches, helping my customers, that was still a goal, right? Working on my own health and fitness journey was still a goal. And I still had income goals. And at this time, you know, a year later, once I hit that, you know, $100 a week mark, I wanted, you know, $300 a week was my next big goal. And I was pretty much there around the time I was Diamond. I retailed, I was getting small team cycle bonus, and my next big goal beyond $300 a week was $500 a week, right? So I still had these goals I was going after. And for me, I'm not really a numbers person, but I find numbers motivating, just like I find earning a free trip motivating. And to me, numbers were measurable. I could know that hitting Success Club, signing coaches, helping my coaches, was a way for me to increase my paycheck. And to me, that was all measurable things I could do each month to get me to where I was going. And I was on a call probably like 3 or 4 years ago, like right about this time. And I was on this call just listening and taking notes. And a very wise coach named Janelle said that it is the work you do in this month right now that will make the difference for you in January. She's like, if you hibernate, you go to sleep, you set no goals, you do nothing right now, you will have nothing in January. And I was like, damn, all right, call me on my shit. So I literally, you know, I got out my binder and I am like taking, you know, note. I am like, I am going to run a free group, and then I am going to run a paid group. And then I'm going to, like, you know, I started to put the wheels in motion of everything I was going to do in December to set myself up for success in the new year. And I have continued to do that every single year at the end of the year. Didn't go to sleep. Decided that if I wanted to have my wheel full, it was the work I was going to do now. It was the group that I was going to run into 2017 with, that was going to make the waves in 2017 and 2018. Because thinking that you can just restart on January 2nd because it's Monday and now I feel like it, it's a lot harder. You're going to spend all of January 2017 running instead of already having people to go along with you. So I think it's really important that you have those goals to finish the year and that you start to think about those goals that you want for 2017. So back to the story. I hit diamond. My next goal became, I want diamonds. Like, I want to go to the parties. I was like, I think I want to be elite. I wanted all these things, basically, that money couldn't buy. That's kind of like what I was always after. Recognition, that kind of stuff I enjoyed. So it was about, I don't know, 15 months later, I hit 1-star diamond. And I was like so geeked. And then like a week later, I went into qualification for 2-star diamond. And by the end of that summer, I was 7-star qualifying. So like literally in a matter of 8-9 months, I went from diamond to 7-star. And I mean, don't get me wrong, like that year in there that I was diamond, working to get to star diamond, I was in doing the work. I had set not only income goals for myself, I was reading personal development, I was working on my health and fitness, and I knew that it was that work. You know, it was those goals of saying like, I want to be 2-star diamond by this date. I want to be 5-star diamond by this date. I want to, you know, I just like had all these little goals for myself. And back in the day, when I was a brand new baby coach, I remember seeing a very wise coach named Mindy, who's also in Michigan, post about how she'd made her first $1,000 a week. And I was like, what? Damn, I want to make $1,000 a week. Like, I'm a stay-at-home mom. She's a stay-at-home mom. She's shy as shit. I'm shy as shit. Like, so I was like, this is perfect. I want to do that. Like, and that was like sort of like that big, huge, scary goal that like, I didn't really know at the time that I saw her post that I would ever be able to do anything like that, because it was like just me and I'm not special. But it was kind of like always in the back of my head. I'd love to make $1,000 a week. I don't want to have to go back to work when my kids are in school full time. I want to stay home. So I hit that $1,000 a week mark when I was about 1-star, 2-star diamond. Pretty consistently started making $900 to $1,000 a week. I had a good size downline. I was not a skeleton 2-star by any means. I had signed up a bunch of coaches looking, you know, for my rock star team. And it was having that first coach pop diamond and that second coach pop diamond. I mean, inside I was like, I'm doing it. But the perception amongst my team was, they're doing it. They're proof that I can do this too. Because at that point, like your coaches are like, she's amazing and I don't ever know if I can be that amazing. You can, but like you have those moments where you kind of doubt it. But like my coaches watching Brienne go diamond, my coach watching Anita go diamond, my coaches watching Kelly go diamond, my coaches watching Sharon go diamond. Like they were watching all these girls like just start to like catch fire and do it. And they were like, I can do it too. And then like Raina went diamond, and then Rachel was like pissed because they all went diamond. And so she was like, I'm going to do it too. It just kind of became like this really fun thing. Like that our entire team just started to develop this culture of like, we were leaders. And it was actually really fun to be a part of. And we just kept doing it and they kept doing it. And, you know, it was like they had that first coach go diamond, and guess what? Their team started to see the belief that it was possible for them too. So it's actually pretty amazing to be able to do that. And so I just continued to set those goals. My goal for, it was so funny because I think back, my goal for 2013 was to be 2-star in Premiere. And when I had hit 7-star qualifying in like August or September, I was like, I think I set my goals too small. So I literally like had to like retool. And I was like, okay, my goal is to end the year at 7-star in Elite. And I did it. And then someone from corporate called me and they were like, you're doing it, which was kind of fun because I had really not worked with anyone from corporate until I basically hit 7-star. I started talking to Arnav, and he became like my mentor, my difference maker, called me on my, excuses and bullshit. So it was good for me. So anyway, my next year, I said I wanted to be superstar. I didn't make it. I got all the way up to 13-star qualifying, and I think I fell back to 11-star diamond. I made elite. It wasn't always easy, right? You like set these goals, you think it's gonna happen, it doesn't happen. But I think the moral of the story here is I always had other goals I was aiming for. So I might have been missing 1 goal or 2 goals or 3 goals along the way, but I always had other things in my basket that I was tackling. So I'll give you guys some examples because you might be thinking like dream board in the next little bit here, but I had things like to be able to tithe 10% at church, to be able to afford to go on bi-monthly date nights, to be able to take my girls out and go shopping, for winter clothes or back to school clothes, to be able, one of my goals this year was to be able to have my girls take riding lessons. And for any of you that know horse sports, it's expensive. To be able to adopt families at the holidays and, either provide their Thanksgiving meal or their Christmas gifts. So I always had business goals, right? Sponsor 3 to 5 new coaches a month. I mean, at one point, my goal was to sponsor 12 to 15 new coaches a month. Your goals can change over time. And so I would always kind of like pick those goals for the year. Hit Success Club 10, become a Success Club legend, become a superstar diamond. I went after that till I freaking hit it. So we always have the things we're after. I typically set income goals for myself. And I would always have different things I was working on, not just one thing. It's like when you start a fitness program, you're not like, I am just going to do all 60 days of this program perfect, right? Because if you just did all 60 days of the program perfect, but you didn't follow the nutrition, you wouldn't get very far. So I'm not one of those people that can follow a program perfect. Like, without fail, I will get a cough, which I have right now. My kids will puke. I will just miss it on an off day or weekend. And instead of like throwing in the towel, I can start again tomorrow. Not like start again, but just pick up where I left off. And I can also make sure my nutrition's on point. And that's the thing. My nutrition is like never perfect. I'm not one of like those perfect women or perfect moms or perfect eaters or someone like that. Yeah, I'm not. But I know if I have my Shakeology and I eat healthy like 80 to 90% of the time, missing one workout won't kill me. So, that's kind of the mentality I have. It's the mentality I take with my challengers. I don't expect them to be perfect because Lord knows I'm not perfect. So when I think about vision and belief and goals, One of my favorite examples, because it's like a really easy example, is like a car that you want. Do you have a car that you want? Like, not even for Christmas. Like, I mean, it would be super fun for a car to show up with a big red bow, but that's probably not going to happen. So, what kind of car do you guys want? Like your dream car. Like, if you could get any car tomorrow, what would it be? Come on, let me see a couple. Tell me, what do you want? BMW? Cadillac? A Jeep? Jaguar? Mercedes? You want nothing? All of you guys on want no cars? I like cars. I'm kind of a car girl. Pimped out Mustang. Okay. Range Rover. Jessica, Cheryl, yeah, we have similar taste. Lexus, yes. Nice cars, right? Black Tahoe, all right. Mercedes, yes. See, we all have a Tesla. Now we're talking. My husband wants a Maserati. I told him he better put it on his dream board. Okay, so right, we all like have, like, I mean, at the end of the day, right, we all have things like that we dream about or that we wish we could have or that we want, right? And you typically know like what that car would look like. You just don't want like any car off the lot. You want like black with pimped out wheels, or you want white with cream interior and the navigation and the heated steering wheel and the cooled seats and all the stuff, right? Like we know what we want. So I always think about that when that's your vision, right? You know what you want. You know what you want in the car. You know what it's going to look like. You can imagine what it's going to smell like, right? We all have that dream car we want. I remember I wanted this Infinity SUV. And I kind of thought about it, and I looked at him, and I went to the lot, and I did all of that. I sat in it, test drove it, the whole thing. Like that truly, like that made my vision that much more real. I could touch it. I could feel it. I wanted it. Okay, but at the end of the day, do you believe you can have it? That Maserati, the Range Rover, the Mercedes, the Jeep, the whatever it is. So belief becomes the other part of it. Feeling that you are worthy of it, feeling that you deserve it. And I think more often than not, most people believe that they don't. This is where personal development comes in. I think a lot of people have self-limiting beliefs. They want these things in their life, but they don't actually believe it can happen for them. Have you ever been guilty of that? Yeah, me too. So once you're fairly certain that you deserve that, whatever it is in life, and I mean, putting it on a vision board, putting it on a goal board, putting a picture of it in your office, whatever it is, right? And it doesn't have to be a car. It could be something else. This is just for the example, you know, but keep that in front of you. Then it can become a goal. And what does it look like for you to be able to reach that goal? Now this is where we've got to set, you know, a SMART goal, make it, you know, specific and measurable and all of those things, right? So what does getting that car look like? Chances are you probably need to be making X amount of dollars. Do you just need your Beachbody income to pay for the car? Or does it have to pay the bills and the mortgage and take care of kid stuff and dance practice and whatever else? You know, that kind of just gives you an idea of what you need to earn to be able to pay for the car every month. Because when I was making $100 a week as a Beachbody coach, I had not set my sights on an Infinity SUV. So it's one of those things that obviously sometimes we have to grow into our goals or set small goals along the way until we hit the big goal. But it's just important that you have them. You have them. And so if you want the Range Rover or the Mercedes or the Porsche or whatever, all the kinds of things that got mentioned here, we have to kind of get real with ourselves in terms of what it's going to take for us to get there. And it might take 6 months, it might take a year, it might take 6 years. We don't know. And not everyone's path is the same. And it's a lot about how hard you're willing to work. Okay, so one great example that I love to use is Pinterest. Are any of you guys on Pinterest? I'm like a Pinterest junkie. I love everything on Pinterest. So long before I had Pinterest, I had like a binder of house ideas. And I'd like literally rip them out of traditional home, rip them out of Martha Stewart living, rip them out of whatever, right? I had like a binder and plastic page protectors, and I was like a total dork. And then Pinterest came along, and so I could like toss that binder aside and start setting up my boards. So here's the thing. If you have Pinterest, what kind of boards do you have? I'm just curious. Like, name a couple boards you have on Pinterest. I'll tell you guys some of the things I have on Pinterest. Places I'd like to visit. Home decor ideas. I have a dream home board. I have like a DIY project crap I'm never gonna do with my kid board. I wish, but like sometimes just all that glitter and glue, I just can't deal. 21 Day Fix, yes, recipes, food ideas. Yes, we all have those kinds of boards on Pinterest, right? Clothes, what to wear, how to put an outfit together. Makeup ideas, yes, I have all those. And so I use a lot of those. In fact, when I threw away the binder with all the plastic page protectors and, you know, the photos and things that I wanted, I created a dream home board on Pinterest, and I literally went through Pinterest like a crazy person and pinned every picture I ever loved. Like underground wine cellars, pools, like these crazy multi-million-dollar mansions are probably where these photos are coming from. And I was just like pinning away like a happy person. Okay. But really, what was the point? You know, it's like me pinning all of like the DIY projects I could do to make a homemade snow globe with my kids. I mean, I might pin it, but I don't know if I'm ever going to make it with them because we have to get out a lot of glitter and a lot of glue. So when I made that Pinterest board for our dream home, building a home for us was like one of like those dreams, like my Beachbody vision board dream. Like I was like, I'd love to be able to help us build our dream home. And at the time I really didn't know what that looked like, you know, what the house looked like, but it slowly became part of, you know, my vision. I knew that, you know, I was going to have to be earning a steady income doing this. I knew that this was basically going to have to be my full-time job on like part-time hours. I knew all of that had to be in place, right, to get me to where I am today. And so along the way, like the vision of having like that dream board on Pinterest became more real. Instead of having every photo in that board, I went through and started deleting some of the stuff that really didn't look like me. I started to like fine tune it. I started like deleting pictures of like crazy chateaus and mansions. And I just started to really hone in on what was my style. What did my vision look like? if I could build that dream home, what would that look like? And then I started to get really specific about it. And that goal of building the dream home became more and more real. And I believed at some point that this was possible now. I had the income to back it up. The bank was saying you can do this. And we finally went for it. And in June of this year, we moved in to the home that we built. But it was truly by vision, belief, and goal setting that this was possible. Now, let's rewind and go back to the fact where I've been a coach for 6 years. Completely stumbled and failed trying to become an emerald coach. Did the same thing again to become a diamond coach and a hit star diamond coach and beyond. But the one thing that never changed, that always remained consistent, was that I was working on more than one goal. I didn't determine my success as a coach on just one thing. I didn't. I had so many things I was going after in this business that where I might have felt like a failure for not hitting that rank or not hitting that goal that year. It sucked and it might have stung and I might have been pissed at myself or whatever, but I always got up, dusted myself off, set a new goal related to that, new deadline, but I had other things I was hitting and other things I was going after. And so while I might have failed at that, I succeeded at this. And I think the biggest thing in this business is that people set all of their goals or successes based on rank or elite or income, and you let that determine your worth, and you let that determine how it feels to succeed or fail. So if you're spending more time with your family as a coach because you got to quit that part-time job because you're now making $250, $300 a week as a coach, is that a success? Absolutely. But if you're not a 5-star diamond yet and that was your goal, does that mean you're a failure? No, absolutely not. Because there's a way that you can find success in every nook and cranny of this business. If you are helping to change someone's life, that's a success. If you ran a really great kick-ass challenge group, but only 3 people participated, is that a success? Absolutely. It's not a failure. So it's really fun to think about things in that matter, right? I think in this business, and as you sit down to think about those fun 2017 goals, what will you determine your success on next year? And even at the end of this year, what will that look like to you? Income, rank, elite or premier? Maybe it's income. Maybe it's helping families at Christmas. Maybe it's giving more at church. Maybe it's more time with your family. Maybe it's family game night or monthly movies out with the family. Maybe it's being able to pay off all of your debt. Maybe it's being able to get that new car or to finally start a retirement fund. Put money away for your kids' college education. There are so many things, you guys, that you can find success in this business all over the place. But if you're so focused on the failures that you've had and not looking forward, you can literally drag yourself down. So when you set all of these goals and visions and belief intentions for yourself, know that they're just for you and you alone, not for your upline coach, not for your husband, not to make so-and-so happy, not because Carl Deichler said so, not because the Utah sales team told you you had to, whatever. Don't kill me, guys. but set them for you. And not because some other coach is doing it or you thought it looked cool too. Like, really take some time. Like, I have never been one of those people that can make like all of my dreams and goals and visions and stuff like for the next year in like a day. I need to like think on that crap for like 2 weeks and really think about what it is that I want to do this year. You know, what does my family want? What do we need? What is going to get me excited this next year? And after being a coach for 6 years, those are things I have to think about. You know, what is it that's going to feed me this year? So you think about that too. And then I would love to know what that looks like for you. So I have, okay, wait. I have a couple of personal development books that I'm reading because like I always read like 3 or 4 at a time. That I thought I would share with you guys. One, and these are always backwards, so annoying. Get Over Your Damn Self. Okay? The No BS Blueprint to Building a Life-Changing Business. Get Over Your Damn Self. It's a good book. It's like, when I was reading it, I was like, this is the crap I say all the time. Okay. The 4-Year Career. I don't know, I just picked it up partly because she was on the beach and I would like to have a beach house. Okay. It's a good book though. I've like read a little bit of it. The Universe Has Your Back. You might need this. Jen Delvaux told me to get this book and so I did. It's pretty good so far. And then this is a great one too. The 12-Week Year. Okay. So these are all 4 of the books that I am kind of reading right now. So if you need some new PD, there you go. But I've got 3 things for you. Here we go as we end. Your past does not define you. It refines you. Okay? It doesn't matter what you've done this year. Doesn't matter what you did 3 years ago. It doesn't matter what you did last month. All you have is today and going forward. So think about that and what does that look like? It may shape you. You may have, you know, in the past let those failures or experiences drag you down. Today you can say it doesn't matter anymore. Pick up and move on. New story. Okay? You're never too old to dream another dream or set a new goal. Proof positive. I am 38 years old, you guys. I started this business when I was 32. 33. I don't know. Anyway, I never believed that I always wanted to be like my own boss and an entrepreneur, and I was not like a very good employee. But I never dreamed and believed that at 38 years old, this is where I would be in my life. But because I dreamed all those dreams and set all those goals, I am where I am today and I wouldn't trade it for the world. This is like the best job and I am the best boss to myself and all of you guys deserve that too. Do not settle for what life has dealt you. You are capable of so much more than you believe. You can have everything in your life that you've ever wanted if you're just willing to go after it and never ever stop until you get it. That's kind of what I did. That's my secret, okay? And then finish 2016 strong, but know that you get to start 2017 with a fresh slate. I love a new year. I love setting new goals. I love just, you know, the clarity and the excitement that it gives people. So many people will be ready to start with you in the new year, but you have got to post. You have got to ask. You have got to create an event. You have got to talk to people about what you're doing. You've got to post about the good, bad, and the ugly, and you've just got to be real. And you've got to invite people to join you. So maybe you haven't done a whole lot this month. Maybe you've been busting your butt. I don't know. But only you can know where you can go from here. And I'm guaranteeing that most of us can go up, right? We can all do like that much more and make a difference in a few more lives. So if you're not at Success Club yet, there's this week. If you're not at Success Club next week, guess what? People have Christmas money and they love to spend it on themselves after the holidays. So set your goals, set your intention, cast that vision for your life. Put that dream car or that goal item on your list and go after it. You guys can do anything you set your mind to. I completely believe it because I've seen it work for me. Thank you guys for being here. I'm glad that I got to share with you and hang out with you for a little bit and talk about a topic that I'm really passionate about. So here is to some big scary goals and dreams coming true in 2017. Can't wait to hear about it. Bye guys.